This is Legacy of the Dragon, friends, and we're going to be taking a look at it today. And, well, obviously this is a Warband mod. This is a Warband mod special feature. This is a early alpha version of Legacy of the Dragon. It's very much D&D inspired as well, Dungeons and Dragons, if you don't know what D&D means. And otherwise we're going to be starting, yes, as you can quite clearly see, Dungeons and Dragons inspired. But yes, anyway, we're going to be starting here. And we'll see what we can do with it. Now, I have not loaded this up ever before. This is just a complete first impressions, as is always the case with a special feature. And apparently, I think the mod creator is, or was, serving in the military very recently. And I think they're going to be back relatively soon, and that means that they might continue the development on this. And if you'd like to check it out for yourself, there is a link in the description to download it. Anyway, here we go. Before beginning the game, you create your character. In this mod, you will find the option to create characters belonging to certain fantasy races and might encounter some spine-chilling fantasy foes. The realm of Idaria offers rewards to those who are willing to earn it and also poses dangers to those who let their guard down. Alright, well, we'll play male, why not? And then we have a whole bunch of different choices here. Human, elf, dwarf, halfling, half-elf, and half-orc. That actually sounds pretty cool. I am looking for the goblins. I actually was hoping for goblins, but I think maybe we'll play half-orc. Why not? You are a half-orc born to orcish and human parents. Whoa, that's an interesting combination right there. You're one of the least welcome members of the civilized world. Ah, no different from real life then. Yes. Never mind. Anyway, you possess both the savagery of the orcs and adaptability of humans. You can't really fit in either culture. Alright, so I guess we'll play a noble. We'll be a noble orc. Why not? You descend from the land-owning nobility of the realm with at least tens of servants at their disposal with the right to carry their family banner and awarded with a respect that hasn't been earned by you from everyone else and blah blah blah. Okay, so that's absolutely fantastic. Now, this is exactly what I'm looking for from a D&D experience. I'm looking for all kinds of character choices. Now, for a half-orc, what are we going to be? Well, we can either be a fighter or a barbarian. We could probably be a paladin as well, in some stretch. Technically, in D&D, you can basically be anything you want, you know. You could be a half-orc bard, you know. You could you could do it. I mean, it's been done in Shadow of War, for example. You know, there are orcs that sing and rhyme and all kinds of things. Anyway, we're going to be a barbarian for this. Wielding a heavy two-handed weapon and wearing light to medium armor, you break your enemy's line with sheer brutal force and ferocity. Alright, and now we have a wide variety of different banners to choose from. I think I've already spotted which one I actually want to choose, but I'm going to take a look at the selections just for the sake of the special feature itself. And you should also take note that this is a full conversion. So I expect to see a completely new map as well, with new factions and new troops and all kinds of crazy stuff. And personally, I think that if this mod continues in its development, I'm going to choose this banner, by the way. If it continues in its development, I think it's going to be an extremely strong contender for basically being one of the best mods, you know, being one of the best mods, one of the best full conversion mods, shall we say, because it's got the same kind of feel to me that Pendor has and Purisno has and all of these sort of low to high fantasy kind of things. This is actually a high fantasy mod, very similar to Fantasy Calradia, I suppose, because Fantasy Calradia is actually kind of D&D inspired as well. Smashing? Yep, there you go. You know me. I'm actually awful at naming things. So we're just gonna do something like this. He has literally nothing in intelligence. That's not gonna be too good. But as you can see, there is actually Necromancy. With this skill, you can raise the dead from their graves to serve your will. Each point increases the number of undead you can summon at one time. So there is Necromancy. There's also magic power. There's also alchemy. With this skill, you can conjure various magical potions that help you and your allies in combat. So you can even do that if you want. You can be an alchemic master of some kind. And indeed, you can also do necromancy and spell casting and things like that. It kind of makes me sad that I chose a barbarian now, but we're going to see it through, and maybe we'll do a little bit of previewing of the other classes if, you know, if there's a call for it. You know, if you want to see the other classes, then by all means let me know, because I'm happy to try out some fun stuff. Anyway, this guy has 113 already in two-handed, so I'm actually just going to go for throwing weapons, because I think throwing weapons could be pretty good. Okay, so we've actually got obviously a half human, half orc. Looks a little ridiculous, I gotta say, but well, you know, that's just how it is. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, let's go for something like that. That is hilarious. All right, so let's take a look. Where are we gonna go? I actually am unsure which one is Shattered Skull. I suppose Shattered Skull would probably be the place for the orcs. So let's do that. Yes, Orcish Captains. Okay, so I have a two-handed axe to begin. I'm actually pretty positive and optimistic about our chances in this initial assault, because my guy is no doubt going to be supremely good with his pretty high... Oh dear. Oh yeah, that guy has a... Yeah, exactly. Orc radar right there. Yes, that guy was going to murder me 6 ways from Sunday, literally just because he had a maul or a hammer of some kind that was capable of crushing through my block. So I was very, very worried about that for a second. Alright, so, you know, we got the standard sort of task here to collect 5 men, but obviously, bear in mind, look at this. Look at this. This is really cool. This is actually really cool. I like seeing a completely new map. I think that's really nice. That's why I love full conversions. And don't get me wrong, I love all kinds of different mods, obviously, you know. I mean, Fantasy Calradia uses Calradia as a base, you know, as a base map. And that, in itself, is one of the best magic-based mods I've ever played. It's fantastic. So, you know, you can't count it out if it's not a full conversion or anything like that. Alright, so we got some full parties of mountain orcs right there. Oh, we've actually got Fyhrr. That's actually really nice, and I think I'm actually going to be selling that relatively soon. But let's go and get some tribal orcs to help me out here. These guys are using two-handed axes as well, relatively similar to what I'm using, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm actually happy that we started in the orc territory. Whoa, ogres. Okay, yes, say hi to the ogres. Let's move on very swiftly here. Should we kill some looters? Let's try and kill some looters. I think looters are probably going to be relatively simple for us. I think. I mean, we're orcs. I mean, unless the looters are orcs, I think we should have a pretty easy time of things. But you never know. You never know. Maybe they're going to be somewhat tricky for us. But everyone seems to be using the same exact axe. And I gotta say, I'm not entirely sure why we are a half orc rather than a regular orc, but... well, maybe that's going to change as development continues. If it does, I mean, as I say, the creator, according to the ModDB page, has been in the military. So hopefully they're going to return safely, and we'll see if they continue work on it. But these looters are probably going to die very, very easily against us. I'm actually kind of happy that the looters are not extremely well geared, because let's face it, some mods, they do tend to make things quite difficult initially. And that's just because they want the early game to be a bit challenging, and I understand that 100%. But obviously, for me, I just want to have a target, basically some prey to kill here and there. As you can see, the looters actually did end up killing quite a few of our tribal orcs, which I'm not very happy about. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. We're gonna wear these thick nomad boots. Do they have any helms? They don't have any helms at all. So I guess we'll just take all this stuff to sell, and that will be that. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go in here, get some more people, because those guys tended to die relatively fast. I'm a bit worried about that. I wonder whether there's a troop tree. I'm actually going to go and take a look and see if there's a troop tree. I'm actually going to save, because you never know whether the troop tree, if there is one, is going to crash the game. Sometimes it does in alphas and indeed betas as well. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there is actually a troop tree unless there is one here. Take an action. Manage your lairs. Interesting. Ah, that's cool. So you can actually build a lair for 3,500 dinars. Obviously I don't have that at the moment. So that's not going to happen just yet, but obviously later down the line in this special feature, we are potentially going to just, you know, give ourselves some money and try out the lair building mechanics. Now we do have, whoa, these guys are fast. Those guys are super fast. Did you see that? And it seems like the orcs take a long time to level up as well. Kind of interesting. I actually would have expected them to be not too, you know, not too difficult to level up, but apparently they are. All right. Oh, you can recruit an orc shaman as well. Ooh, that's fantastic. 1,000 for that. Okay, that's, wow. I gotta say, yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that. But it's really nice to see that there's actually a town. Ooh, there's actually a town recruitment system. Yes. Just so you know, I credit all my victories to the to the one-eyed god. And then we have the hired blade here, of course. Alright, well, not too bad then, I suppose. We're just going to sell all our stuff here. We're going to sell the... Ooh, yeah, okay, so the marketplaces do not have a lot of cash. So we're going to need to be a bit careful with that. And let me actually just see something real quick. Yeah, okay, I am wearing the best armor that I could. There we go, sell all that, and then I think we could sell both of those. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we got 800. Let's buy some bread just to go along with it. And should I go into the arena? Technically, we could do quite well in a tournament if there is one nearby, but I don't know whether there will be one, so let's have a look. Oh, it doesn't seem like it. Ah, there we go. Held at Dreadburg, Swanmore, Gouged Eye. Oh, Gouged Eye, isn't that here? Yes, that's right here. Okay, fantastic. So we have a pretty decent amount of cash, which we could bet on ourselves. So I'm gonna just wait here for some time, and maybe the tournament is going to begin in the next day. There it is. There it is. Okay, fantastic. So let's take a look and see how this is. Oh, yes. Now, of course, because I don't have a huge amount of medical skill, I am going to start this with about 75% HP, which is not a great thing, and I am actually using my own equipment, which is bad, obviously. That's very, very bad indeed, but I think we should be okay because a two-handed axe is a two-handed axe, and usually it's pretty good against most things, so I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, I am with Sword Sister, regular fighter, and I think that's another Sword Sister over there. I'm actually going to tell everyone to hold position here so that we have the greatest chance of victory. Wow, that guy's really good with his thrown axes. Look at that. He's pretty accurate, even though he's not actually hitting anything. He seems pretty accurate to me, so that's quite nice. So we're just going to basically just stand there and just wait for the enemies to kind of do their own thing. I think we should probably win this. I mean, should we just go in now? I think we should probably just go in now, because it seems like that one team has completely dominated the other one. So that's kind of interesting in itself. So maybe we should... yep. Yes, kill the Sword Sister first. Oh, that was a lot of damage right there. Okay, let's be a bit careful. Okay, here we go. Yes, come in from the side. Yeah, there we go. Alright, nice. Okay, so we're working very well together with our team at the moment. Ooh, 2 teams with 7 fighters each. This is going to be harsh. This is going to be very harsh. If we don't have a good amount of Sword Sisters or hired blades, we're going to have some problems. Whoa, there's a Sword Sister eliminated already. And maybe I can get another kill. Yes, I did. Okay, fantastic. So that means I am actually through to the next round anyway. So even if I do get myself killed, I think I should be fine. Unless the tournament rules have been changed in this mod. But I don't think so. It seems like things are relatively similar to how things usually are, so that's pretty fine with me. 4 teams with 1 fighter each. Okay, this is a free-for-all. I am getting ganged up on already, which is bad. So I will try to eliminate this guy as soon as possible, and then we will have to deal with this guy as well. I was hopeful that I might be able to kind of intervene in one of these guys' fights. There we go. Oh, Altman. Yes, that guy's basically like Kratos by the looks of things. He seems very, 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 very good at arenas. And, oh, there we go. Okay, so it is a 1 versus 1. It comes down to a 1 versus 1. Okay. So, this is actually not even that bad. This guy's got some very, very light armor indeed, relatively similar to ourselves. And yes, he was just... How did a regular orc fighter make it to the last round? Well, the penultimate round. That's crazy. Alright, so who do we have? Who is that? Oh no, that's Altman again, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay, here we go. Oh, are you serious? He took me out with 69 damage as well. Are you serious right now? Altman, why? Why did you do this to me? Oh well, never mind. Okay, it's not a big deal, I suppose. I mean, I did lose about 600. Yeah, I lost about 600 money right there, which I'm kind of annoyed about, to be honest. But actually, does this mod have Freelancer? I'd like to see whether it has Freelancer. Let's actually speak to one of the lords here and see whether it does. He's actually attacking these guys. You know what? I'm actually going to go in here with him and see if we can maybe scavenge a couple of pieces of loot. Oh, it actually seems as though the mountain orcs are not actually that difficult for us to take out. As you can see right there, I was actually able to kill that one guy in 2 hits, which is not too bad. Alright, so let's have a look, and, well, we're gonna say, hey, my name's Smashin'. How imaginative of me. Yes, how great. Okay, so we didn't get any loot there, but maybe we can speak to him, and, yeah, no, we can just ask for tasks and things like that. Okay, persuade the Lord of the Village for the taxes. That's actually pretty cool. We're gonna get a whole bunch of taxes from that, which is really nice, and because the task has no duration, we basically keep the money. We can basically keep the money without any problems whatsoever. So it's going to take 2 days, unfortunately. We're going to ignore them and continue. This is probably going to result in us getting attacked by a whole mob of peasants, but I don't know whether we should really worry about that too much. We basically just have to do what we can to try and survive in this unforgiving world. And what I'm going to do is, I think what I might try is going all the way over here, because this particular town, or whatever it is, seems very interesting because this is the only one of its color. If you can see that. Oh, there's also another one over here, which is the only one of its color. So I'm very interested to see what's actually going to happen with that, because there are a number of different places that are actually unique, and I think we might very well want to go over there and check out what's actually going on with them, because even though, you know, I mean, they might be placeholders, you know, they might be placeholders in an alpha version of a mod, but personally, I feel like this mod creator has done a lot of work already, and I think probably is going to have done something there. So let's actually just see whether that is indeed the case, because I'm very intrigued about those places. I always love when mods add these mysterious little areas on the map, and maybe, just maybe, they are actually pretty, like, pretty significant, you know. So let's try and do something like that. Anyway, I'm just going to increase my iron flesh and my strength a little bit more. I should probably increase my agility and my weapon master after this too. Let's get some more throwing weapon proficiency. And I think I'm actually going to go in here and see if I can get a better weapon. So there is actually a maul here with... Wow, the weapon reach on this axe is actually really good. I was hoping that I might be able to get a bardiche, perhaps. I don't think they might not have a bardiche, so obviously that would thwart all of my plans, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so we're going to go over to Hatchtown. That's basically going to be the last town I'll check for things. And peasant rebels? There's 49 of them, actually. Okay, peasant rebels, hello there. We might actually be able to do pretty well here if they are as I think they are, in which case they're not very well geared, they probably don't have too many shields, and maybe they don't have any ranged attacks either. There are a lot of them though, so we might very well have to retreat in the worst case scenario. Now, obviously, as the special feature continues, I will be progressing ourselves forward a little bit with some enhanced progression, i.e. cheating to get some money, you know, level up my character a little bit, and just to experience some of the later game, and obviously to get some of the more advanced units, so you can actually see a little bit more variety, because obviously right now we've just seen tribal orcs, and they are obviously not exactly the most exotic unit that you're going to see here. But hopefully we're going to actually win this to begin with. That's definitely going to be something that we need to do. But the whole purpose, obviously, of the special feature is to show you the early game experience that you may very well encounter yourselves if you do decide to download the mod and play it. So you might very well encounter these peasant rebels as well. So yeah, it's definitely something to be a bit aware of if you're running away from orc territory or running around in general. And yeah, maybe something to be a bit aware of there. Anyway, I think I'm going to be very, very intrigued about finding some necromancers as well, because I would assume that there is definitely going to be a necromancer / wizard mage faction. And that's going to be very interesting indeed to find out what's actually going on there. Okay, so thankfully, because the peasants were using mostly blunt weapons, they did not fully kill all of our guys, which I gotta say is very much appreciated. I really thought we were gonna have our hands full there, but thankfully they only have a bunch of pitchforks and clubs and things like that, so nothing much to worry about, but we did end up losing a couple of people. Now, thankfully though, we do have some more orc footmen, which are probably going to result in us winning more battles. Or at least I hope so, because the tribal orcs are very, very fragile indeed. There's actually a salt mine over there as well, so technically I could go and get some salt. Let's actually just go and check out and see what I can do there, because I think you can probably put some prisoners in there and they will work the salt mine for you. I'm actually just going to go and see whether that is indeed the case, because I'm always very interested to see these kinds of things. So if that is indeed an option, that would be pretty cool. Can't you tell a dwarf is busy? Someone got to oversee these lazy bastards. Yeah, well, sure. Alright, that's absolutely fine. What about you? What can I do for you? What goods should I buy here to trade with other towns? That information can be best obtained from caravan masters and traveling merchants. Then I'll go and spend some time with these merchants. You overhear several discussions about the price of trade goods across the local area. Okay. Well, obviously I don't have a huge amount of trade skill, so it's probably not going to result in too much valuable information. So I guess what? I just recruited some orcs. Okay. I apparently just recruited some orcs from the salt mine. I'm perfectly fine with that, I suppose. Alright, so let's continue on to Hatchtown. As I said, I would like to try and buy a better weapon. So let me see if I can indeed do that. It's not looking good. I'd like to have like a two-handed cleaver or something like that. Ooh, two-handed saber might be nice. That actually seems pretty good. I think I might go for that. So let's do that instead. Let's sell this and sell all our other stuff. Obviously we don't have any companions right now, so I can't really rely on anyone else. And there we go. Alright, so let's go over to the tavern, because there might very well be a companion here that we could get. Romain, hello there. Okay, so obviously this is, yeah, you can quite clearly see this is just a placeholder, nothing to really worry about there. I'm just going to say yes, 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 and he has joined us. Fantastic. What is he good at? Doesn't seem like anything. Doesn't seem like anything at the moment. Let's have a look. Right, so he's actually pretty decent at just generally everything. He's a good, solid combat companion who can use horses. So that's actually kind of nice. Let's level up our agility a little bit more now. Let's get some more weapon masters so we can actually put some points into two-handed weapon proficiency. And now we will make our way over to Arcanis. And there's also Mount Dugor here, which is part of the dwarves. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay, so who's this? Kingdom of Aslania. Okay, so Aslania is actually at war against the Kingdom of Piled Skulls. Oh dear. Demons. Yes, Fantasy Calradia has definitely taught us very well in being very scared of demons. This is going to be harsh. I don't think we're going to survive this. Sorry to tell you, I don't think we will. But that's just how it goes, you know, that's just how it goes. I wasn't being that careful, because I thought to myself, well, we're probably just going to go up against some more peasants or something like that. But the demons, they caught us a bit more off guard than I would have liked. Well, I guess I do get to test out my new weapon, which I suppose is pretty good. So, maybe that's going to be okay. Hello. Oh no. Oh dear. Wow, they're little ones. They're actually little ones. This is... whoa, imps. Wow, okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like seeing the little imps, I gotta say. But I am having some problems actually dealing with them, because they actually seem to be very, very quick. They are punching me, though, which is pretty good. I think that is actually making it a lot easier for me to kill them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello there. Hello there. You're using magic against me. I understand. I understand. Okay, so I'm going to have to do something here. This is... whoa. Okay, Fiendling Warlock. Alright, so most of my people are... There's one actually running away. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, I'm actually kind of fine with that. Can I retreat? Can I... Ah! I wanted to get away. I wanted to try and escape, but oh well, never mind. I was just very, very low HP in general. Oh, there we go. It seems like someone has helped me out. Oh, thanks very much, dwarves. Okay, that's great. So, yeah. Anyway, be very careful about those demons. If you're going to play, then, yeah, be very, very careful there. Alright, so we're going to go to Arcanus and see what it's all about. Alright, so I have arrived at Arcanus, and apparently it is the seat of the Arcane Brotherhood, the organization of Ederian wizards, home to the only recognized arcane university in the land. So you can actually go to Jumping Fireball Tavern, or the Alchemist's Store. So this is obviously where you get alchemic ingredients, which would be pretty awesome. I mean, obviously I'm not an intelligence-based character, but it would be pretty cool to take a look nevertheless. As you can see, I can help you replenish your supplies for a fair price. Whether it's potions or food, I have it. Would you like to take a look at my wares? Well, yeah, that's actually really cool. You can get sacks of grain here if you want, but otherwise you're going to have to spend a huge amount of cash to be able to get the health potion recipe, as well as just getting health potions in general. So that's kind of... Well, that's very, very expensive indeed. And now we have Golem guards. Ah, yeah, very, very, very similar to Fantasy Car Radio in that way, but with a different slant on it, which I very much appreciate. So let's have a look. I was elected the Archwizard around a decade ago. As the head of the Brotherhood and Archwizard of the Tower, I train students of arcane magic to become fully adept wizards. Magic can be a curse rather than a gift, unless applied through a certain methodology which has been developed through centuries of study and research. Interesting. Okay, so basically, as you can see right here, you can recruit a wizard or a spell sword from the Arcane Brotherhood. That is actually very cool, and I think we might try to do that. But I think the first thing that we should probably do is take a look in the tavern, and as you can see, 2 arcane missiles, 1 fireball, and you're done. That's the key to winning a tournament. Well, if you can't cast those spells, I don't know how else I can help you. Ah, okay, well, that's unfortunate. But maybe we can recruit this... Oh, no, okay, apparently we can't recruit this person either. That's a little unfortunate. But maybe it's just because I am not an intelligence-based character. That might be the case here. But they are apprentice wizards. Alright, so let's go back into the Archwizard's Tower, because I've actually just given myself a little bit of cash, and I thought that might make more sense, because then we can actually take a look at these guys. Wow, you can actually... How many can you get? Wow, you can get as many as you want by the looks of things. That's really cool. So that means that if you have enough cash, then you should be able to basically do whatever you like and recruit however you like. And what is this? Fire is the way of the Philistine sorcerers and shamans and the like, not the educated wizards. The true magic is manipulating the weave, not the elements. If you are interested, I have various scrolls of arcane magic. Would you like to take a look at them? Yes, unfortunately, I can't take a look at them because I don't have enough intelligence by the looks of things. I think there's an intelligence check right there, probably. Fire is the most simplistic yet most effective form of magic. Kaisia would disagree, of course, but it is mostly because she's not as capable with bending the elements as she's at manipulating the weave. Ah, if you wish, I can help you with scrolls of fire magic. Yes, and of course we are not interested in that because we don't have any magic power either. So I suppose it's probably not intelligence, but more magic power skill. Now we're going to go into the Alchemist's Sword because I would like to take a look at the health potions. I feel like the health potions are probably going to be pretty fun. So let's buy 2 of those. And should we buy a spellbook? Maybe a spellbook's going to allow me to use... spells. I don't think so somehow. Oh, yes, apparently a spellbook is actually going to make me able to do it. So technically I could use a magic sword right here. So I guess we'll buy the Scroll of Magic Sword. Don't think it's really going to help us though, because a health potion, wow, increases health while inventory. What does that actually do? I don't know what that actually does, so we're going to have to try it out. And let's have a look. So this is the magic sword, requires 1 in magic power. I actually don't have that, but they do allow you to equip it anyway, just so that you know, seem like an idiot, like I did just now. But anyway, I could technically spec into 1 in magic power if I wanted to use it. So I think because this is a special feature, I'm probably going to do that just for fun. And we'll try it out a little bit. It's obviously not the greatest weapon in the history of the world, obviously, but I think that's pretty cool nevertheless. So we've taken a look at Arcanist. That makes me even more intrigued about going over to Skvelt, which is the Cult of the Unburied. Alright, so we are now in Skvelt. As you can see, it is home to a powerful Lich and his Necromancer acolyte. So this is obviously where you come if you want to learn Necromancy. So that's actually really cool. I kind of wish I was a Necromancer now, you know that? You know that? Yes, absolutely, you do. And they also sell health potions here. They sell grimoires and heater shields, warlock robe for 50,000, master necromancer's robe for 100,000, and a variety of other things like a black helmet, skeleton mask. Let's buy the skeleton mask because I am intrigued. There's also a quest here from the Lich, and he says, "Finally you're back. Have you brought me the draconic veil, or do I have to remind you what happens to acolytes who take too long to complete their quests?" Quest? What quest? Oh wait, you're not him. I am Zarol, in case your ignorance is even greater than I presume. I was the one who led the rituals that raised the great Draco Lich from death, and one day, using this very tower itself, I will do so again. But not today. Today I am a faithful servant of the Vampire Queen. You see, after the war, she came into possession of my phylactery, and now I have no choice but to serve her, training her servants in the dark arts and overseeing the process of raising her army. Although the undead minions of the Dracolich still roam the land, I refuse the allegations that I am responsible for it, for I am a loyal servant of the Vampire Queen. Now be gone and leave me to my suffering. Alright, so that's actually a really, really cool guy as well. As you can see, he actually does sell you a wide variety of very powerful necromantic spells, and definitely something to look into if you are willing to be a necromancer. And I think that the mod creator has done a fantastic job. Now, you know, because initially it looks like, you know, D&D total conversion, but then when you really dig down deep into it, you're just like, whoa, there's actually a lot of work that went into this, and this is an alpha of a mod. And you just think to yourself, wow, that's crazy. There are some betas that are less well fleshed out than this, and I have not had any performance problems. I haven't had any crashes whatsoever, and I am very, very intrigued to see a necromancer in action. So I'm actually going to end this episode off here. If you'd like to check out the mod, there is a link in the description. There is a whole page full of lore and all kinds of wonderful things on the download page to get you a bit more invested, a bit more immersed in the world of a Legacy of the Dragon, which is what this mod is called. Yes, fantastic. Anyway, if you'd like to see more from this mod, and if you'd like to see a necromancer like I think I would, I think I am actually going to make another episode focusing on a necromancer, because I think that's going to be really exciting. Then, I mean, you know, let me know either way. You know, let me know what kind of class you'd like to see, because I think they could all have a wide and wonderful way of playing through the game. Because obviously necromancers summon things, throw shadow bolts at enemies, and then obviously you have wizards who are most likely going to be using probably like manipulation spells and fire spells, and then obviously bards. I don't know what bards are going to do, but that's the fun. You're going to have to find out for yourself, maybe, or if I maybe make a video on that. But anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.